Hey everybody, how you doing? It's been a while, hasn't it? Haven't been on YouTube for a little bit. We went away for a 4-day trip back to see family and things sort of went a little bit awry, and so we ended up being away for about 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, sort of family things. But anyway, I'm back, but come back to complete chaos. Things have dried out and plants are ready to harvest. Tomatoes have gone rotten, the allotment's sort of overgrown. It's just so much going on here at the moment, it's crazy. We have some lovely sort of pecorino chilies coming, although a lot of them are sort of going over, it seems. Let me show you what else we've got. I've got a few of the squash I harvested, some onions. I've got lots more of those to harvest on the allotment. These sort of Mad Hatter peppers, spaghetti chilies there, and tomatoes and some aubergines. So there's quite a lot here that needs doing. But before I do all of this, I did film a video before I left and didn't put it up, so I'm going to put that one up now. Just forgive me for that, but basically it's just to show where I was at that time. And then I'm going to do another video harvesting everything and sorting everything out. So I hope you've all been well, and let's crack on with the video. Good morning, welcome back to Veg Clipart. Up at the allotment today. It's rather a nice day. I've been harvesting up at the other allotment. I'll do a little cut in now just to show you a few things that I've got. Some courgettes and yeah, more courgettes and yeah, some more courgettes. It's doing really well up there at the moment. I also picked a couple of onions, so they're good. So I've got a little bag of goodies from the other allotment. Right, let's get on, shall we? We'll open up the shed, get a few things out, and we'll yeah, first thing I want to show you is those peas. I don't know if you remember those Asian peas, the Asian supermarket peas that I bought, a bag of them, planted them, done really well. But anyway, we'll head over there and we'll go and see what they're like. Quite amazing, all of them. Look at them all. It just goes to show actually that you don't have to always sow exactly when the seed packets tell you, and you can push the boundaries a little. And also, you know, you can try sowing crops from different sources, different seeds from different sources. You don't always have to buy seed packets. So these were from like a packet of dried peas, and although they're, you know, not quite as amazing as say Hurst green shaft, which are the ones I really like to grow in the summer, they are giving us a crop here later on in the season. So I shall get on and harvest lots of these. As you can see, there are quite a few. The main difference I've found with them is that they are not as big and juicy as say Hurst green shaft, which was to be expected, I suppose, but they do have a certain sweetness to them. But yeah, if you look here, they're quite a good size. They're sort of paler. They're sort of like a pale green. And let's just try one. They do have a sweetness to them, but they're not sort of knock your socks off sweet. But really nice. So anyway, I shall save a lot of these for dried seed as well, because we can then grow pea shoots in the winter. But for now, we're going to harvest a few and take them home to the kitchen. So yeah, there's plenty of them here. It's quite amazing really. I really thought the peas were over. So it's a real pleasant surprise to have this lot now. But yeah, look at these. Gorgeous. Pop them open. Yeah, really nice, but just sort of different paler green, really interesting. Anyway, put these in the basket and we'll get some more. Right, not too bad. Little harvest for early, where are we now? September, early September peas. I have noticed there's getting a bit of mildew on them, some of them, but I think that's just because they're all bent over and so on. And we've had some pretty damp weather, but hopefully that'll sort itself out. Anyway, yeah, pleased with those. What I've noticed also is these climbing beans. These are the Trail of Tears beans. These are doing quite well, so I'm going to get some of those next. Come and have a look. Yeah, really pleased with these Trail of Tears beans. I put them in rather late. You can see the lovely sort of delicate sort of pinky purple flowers here. But I put them in rather late, and I wasn't really expecting much of a crop, but they seem to be flying away. And yeah, they do really nice. At this stage, if you pick them nice and early and young, they're a bit like French beans, climbing or dwarf French beans. Yeah, these are really nice at this stage. If you let them go too far, the beans develop too much inside, and then just put them down there. And then they basically are best used sort of dried, and you can leave them on the plant until they all dry out, harvest them, and then in the winter you'll have all these little black beans inside, which you can use in stews and soups and things like that, and really nice. They're just quite small, quite delicate, but yeah, it's a really useful crop, and especially, yeah, for this sort of dual usage. I really like them for that. Right, so I'm going to go and get another basket and then harvest a load of these, and then we'll get on with the mini pop sweet corn and also the dried calypso beans, which I want to get over there. I think that's about it. So not a bad little basket of Trailer Tears beans. As I say, treat these like French beans and you're well away. Right, let's go and get some of these calypsos and some of these sort of mini pop sweet corn behind me. I think most of these, as you can see, they're really tall plants, but they're all over now. And I pulled some the other day, and you're supposed to harvest them once the tassels appear at the top and they sort of go like a dark brown, but I've left them too long, I think. So I had a couple the other day. I'll open this one up and show you. But if you leave them too long, they sort of go a bit tough and not as good as they could be. But yeah, there you go. That's it. So this little one might be okay. No, it's not actually. I mean, it's sort of sweet, but it's sort of tough. And so, yeah, if you grow these mini pop, make sure that you harvest them all as soon as the tassel's out and go that sort of brown colour, and then they'll be really nice. But yeah, these have gone over a bit, I'm afraid. Oops. Yeah, I was just thinking, actually, this time of year it's quite important to try and stay on top of your plot as much as you can. I know it gets a bit overwhelming, doesn't it? You know, there's so much to do, and life goes, there's so much to do in life, and there's so many things going on. But yeah, staying up on the plot and staying on top of all the things that need doing just helps you mentally, I think, with managing an allotment. Basically, if you have always got things sort of preying on your mind that need doing, then it all gets a bit overwhelming and it's tempting to sort of give up. I see it actually time and time again on our site. You know, people get very excited, get started and do an awful lot of work on their plots in the spring and then get going in the summer, and then something happens and people sort of grind to a halt. I don't know what it is, especially in the winter too. You start thinking, oh, all that growing, that's over, I can relax now. But then you come back in the winter and it's absolute chaos. So yeah, I think this time of year, perhaps more than any other, it's really important just to stay on the little jobs that need doing and keep things tidy. But what I want to do now is these calypso beans, and they're all drying out really nicely. And I wanted to show you the beans. I don't know if I've shown you them before, but they're really interesting. They're sort of bi-colour, sort of half sort of a creamy colour, and then half they've got some sort of browny, sort of pinky texture. I don't know if it can show you. I don't know if it kind of picks up, but anyway, really pretty beans. But I think these would be good in stews and soups and stuff over the winter. So let's go and grab these and I'll show you what they're like on the plant. Yeah, you can see this was a mass of greenery earlier in the year. There was leaves everywhere, but they've all dried up and disappeared, and the beans and the pods are all hanging on for dear life. So we'll go through, harvest all of these. The best thing to do is to take them, I don't know if I can pop one out, there we go. Yeah, take them home, let them dry a little bit more, and then jar them up so that they don't get condensation in the jars. But yeah, these are looking quite nice. Let's just put all these in here. I think the best thing is sort these out when I get home. It's all a bit too chaotic up here now. See all these cabbage whites trying to get into the netting? I think there's one, they're all around there at the moment, but they're all desperately trying to get into the cauliflowers. Here's one that, yeah, it just shows it's worth netting some crops. Right, anyway, what I want to do is, I think I've got a nice cauliflower in here. Go on, go away you. So let's just see if we can get this one out, shall we? Actually, it's not great. There are a few slugs on it, but Got rid of them, I think. Oh no, there's another one. Not really sure if I'll grow these cauliflowers again. They're okay, but they're all year round cauliflowers, and their heads aren't all that attractive, and they don't get all that big, but yeah. Anyway, that's the best one I've got this year. Right, I'm just going to have a look around this side as well. See, I've got some which are really gone over. I mean, they're huge, and it's sort of going green. So, not sure this one's any good. So that'll probably go on the compost heap. Bit of a shame, really, but yeah, I don't think I'm very good at growing cauliflowers. I must try a different variety. I think just before I go, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these plants out. I think that'll just help prevent a lot of extra slug and snails getting in and going after the kale, which is still doing okay. So I'm going to have all these out now. And the last one, I think this one has a little cauliflower head on it. So, as you can see in here, if I harvest them when they're this size, I get quite a clean little cauliflower. But it's just not worth having, is it? It's piddly, absolutely tiny. So anyway, right, that can go on the compost. But yeah, I don't think I'll bother with this variety of cauliflowers again. It's a complete waste of time for me. I've still got some French beans. Oh yes, I've got some squash as well I've got to take home with me. But yeah, these dwarf French beans, the mystiques, they're doing well and still producing this little batch here. And I still haven't picked the ones from up there yet. So I'm going to pick a few of these to take back with me. But also, before I go, let's just put those down there, I want to have some of these sweet corn, because I think they're as good as ready, and I want to get them before the critters get them. So there's one. Let's see what else we can find. Another one. I did pick a couple of these, a few weeks ago? No, a few days ago. Sorry, not a few weeks ago, yeah. And they're really nice inside, so we'll open one up in a minute. But this is that heritage variety. I don't know if I've got the label here. No, the heritage variety, and they're just not that sweet at all. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. It's a bit of a disappointment, to be honest. But I think they will probably be all right. Sort of maybe for soups and things like that, maybe. But yeah, as far as sort of going eating as like corn on the cob, they were also not a wonderful choice. Right, let's have a look at this one, shall we? As I say, yeah, they look good when you open them up, but yeah, not so good when you eat them. Oh, not having much luck with some crops this year. Here we go. Yeah, look at this. Beautiful looking corn, isn't it? Look at that. Nicely pollinated too, which I didn't think it would do, because there were so few of them, so poor, but seems to have pollinated really nicely. So yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Looks great. Should we have a little nibble? Yeah, it's all right, but it's just not, you know, some sweet corn when you get them, it's like, oh, lovely and sweet. I know sweet isn't everything, but it has a certain sweetness to it, but also has a bit of a dry sort of mealiness to it. So I'm not that impressed with these, so I shan't be growing this variety again either. But yeah, she'll harvest them. What you can do is cut them off and use them in sweet corn soup and so on. And so that's quite a good way of dealing with them. So that's probably what I shall do with most of these. Right, it's been quite a productive morning. Got a few jobs done. So spin you around. So yeah, quite a nice little harvest. We've got the dwarf calypso beans, dried beans. We've got the mystique, dwarf French beans. We've got some sweet corn, which is all nice. Picked a few more of those. We've got the mini pop sweet corn, which I'm not sure going to be any good. I'm going to take these back and Google them and see if there's anything you can do with them. Otherwise, I think, unfortunately, that lot I picked too late and they'll go on the compost, but we'll see. Some nice little radish just picked. I'm going to take home a couple of winter squash. They're Crown Prince. Lovely orange flesh they have in there. Really nice roasted, really nutty and so on. So that's good. Some pretty pathetic cauliflower. Not going to do those again. Wonderful trail of tears beans. These are really nice. I'll definitely grow those every year. The peas from the Asian food superstore in the town near us. They've done really well, so I'm really pleased with that lot. And then from the other allotment, we've got a couple of onions and about 2 million courgettes. Who hasn't got 2 million courgettes? Anyway, I think that's been quite a productive morning. I'm quite pleased with that lot. That's a nice little harvest. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you soon, and take care, and have a great weekend. Bye for now.